He would have carved out a long, illustrious career.
There was no big man more talented at that time.
He could have averaged 15 and 10 easily.
Ooh, it's unlimited.
There's nothing he couldn't do on the basketball court.
Uno de los mejores foráneos que han jugado en la Liga ACB.
Nos dimos cuenta que teníamos un jugador de una dimensión en ese momento diferente.
Era un jugador en NBA a todos los niveles, ¿no?
Oh, with healthy knees, he could have maybe been an all-star.
He could have been an NBA All-Star. He was on that track.
My mother was a professional cook in the high school system. My father did everything you think of. He was what we call a jack of all trades. He did plumbing, he was a mechanic, he did roofs, anything. He painted houses. Very humble family. I mean, the lights was always on, the water and gas was always on. Food was always on the table. We had everything that we needed. Not everything we wanted, everything that we needed to be happy. We were just a family that was surviving with where we were at that time. This was a super nice neighborhood. Nice houses, nice cars, everything was really nice. All the places I grew up don't exist anymore. It's just an empty field. But I got some good memories of this neighborhood. I had a lot of parties in that house over there, this apartment building right here, a lot of parties. My brother's friend's house, this when I was in college, and we used to come over here and party all the time. Party, good parties. Good music, good girls, good guys, good entertainment. I'm gonna leave it there. Este casa aquí vivía el único hombre blanco en este barrio. Este barrio era negro de negro total. Hizo amistad con mi padre y era su mejor amigo. Era un mecánico de coche y era muy amigo de nuestra familia. Único blanco en este barrio. Jackson was segregated. It was segregated.
Segregation was the way of life in Mississippi. So in the 1960s, white supremacy ruled the day. White supremacy is this notion that blacks are inferior to a white superior race. And one way to address that was to make blacks envision in themselves and internalize these negative stereotypes that they were in fact, inferior people. They actually ended up practicing these, the culture of not looking you in the eye, looking down.
You know, my parents taught us all the time, if you see a white person, don't look them in the face, don't speak to them.
Walking down the street, white person coming at you, you're supposed to step to the side and let them pass. That kind of stuff.
I mean, those are scary times because Ku Klux Klans were not afraid to come into the black neighborhoods and do whatever they do.
The Ku Klux Klan was a violent organization which had been founded in the late 1800s. It was designed to intimidate black people. They did anything from warning you to not engage or participate in politics to killing you if you did. And so this was a white supremacist group that wore white capes and hoods to hide their identity, was prevalent across the state. Church has always been extremely important as a place of refuge, if you will, for blacks. A place that they could go to form alliances whereby they could fight this white supremacy culture to advance their people. Gospel music served as a way to cope. When you sang those songs, it gave you hope when there was disillusionment. And so during that time, it gave black people hope in a very, very hopeless world, if you will.
Thank you, Pastor. Yes, like you said, I live in Barcelona, Spain, but I'm from right here on Top Street, Booker Street. That's where I grew up. Has always been home to me. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little nervous being here right now. But I gotta tell you, I want to apologize to one person that I went to school with, but I apologize to her for cheating off her test in Spanish. Miss Alicia Hemmings, she got me through Spanish class. And yo puedo hablar español ahora mucho mejor que cuando estuve en high school, Alicia. I can speak Spanish much better than I did in high school. Thank you all. Thank you for having us. Thank you, and enjoy the service.
Con la ley de integración, en la década de los 60 comenzamos a compartir colegio con la población blanca.
That was a rough time because the white people did not want us in their schools.
They didn't want us at their schools, but we were forced to integrate.
All kind of racial insults and slurs, fights in school every day between blacks and whites, myself included. Niggas, go back to your neighborhood, we don't want you here.
Entre tanto odio racial, el deporte nos sirvió de válvula de escape.
Football, basketball, sports was really big for blacks. It was a way to maintain a sense of self-esteem.
Mi hermano mayor Silvestre era muy alto. Le gustaba jugar al baloncesto. En el patio de nuestra casa construyó una cancha.
When we had, our yard was about, I say, 55, 60 feet in length, and we made a full court.
Where this greenhouse is used to be the field that we had our basketball courts. You see this type of board on the windows of the house? That's the type of board I use for our tablero for the basketball.
Okay, so we couldn't afford actual hoops. So we would take the big rims off of big bikes.
We didn't have an original basketball goal, so we had bicycle tires. This whole neighborhood right here is where everybody came to our basketball court.
Well.
I ain't gonna tell you what big car. You tell you the senior citizen pimp.
That's what it is, man. What's up,
The one and only.
Oh, man.
What's up, big boy?
Ain't nothing, man.
Oh, good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see y'all, man.
Touch on me and shit.
My brother Sylvester was the basketball player in the family. When I was 10, 11, I'm not even thinking about basketball really at that time. I still had the mentality of a kid, still playing with Cowboys and Indians. It wasn't until I started at junior high school, like I say, 14 years old. It was the first time I played on a team. That was terrible. I was terrible. I had the ugliest shot in basketball. And I understood that I didn't know nothing about basketball. Welcome to Jim Hill. I'm back. My high school coach was the best coach I've ever had. He was very, very hard. He was a hard-nosed coach. Wow. But this is where it started. Coach, bring up. There he is. My man. Good to see you, Coach.
Anytime, man. It's good.
It's been a long time, man.
Been a minute.
50 years.
How many?
I'm saying 50, baby.
You said 50. I'm going to say 40, Coach.
Yeah,
I'm
it's about 40. Yeah. It's about 40, though. Yeah, it's about 40.
Look,
about
you got me thinking about sweating already. Remember this guy here, famous 5 and 1s.
Nah.
5 and 1s. We had to go up and back 5 times in 1 minute. If you didn't do it in 1 minute, everybody had to redo it. What did he say? We didn't win no game. We'd be the best conditioned team in the city.
Yeah.
Because he really taught me the fundamentals, the basics of the game.
Audie was willing to learn. He wanted to learn the game. He wanted to know about the game.
This guy taught me the very fundamentals of basketball. And I carried it with me all throughout my professional career.
Well, in high school, Audie was, he could do everything.
I'm a pass. Oh, you talking about a fast passer than that?
Dribble the ball, shoot the ball, stuff a rebound. He worked and he worked and he worked to get things done.
But when I didn't play well, he let me know about it. I remember one time during the school year, I would get a lot of letters from universities that was, wanting me to come to school and play for them. There was one period, though the letters weren't coming. Was that discipline?
In my opinion, I felt like it was going to affect his game.
And he called me, Coach Bingham called me to the office and told me, you know why these letters stopped coming? Because you playing like shit.
And I thought, like I said, with those letters, the way it was going, I was going to lose him. So I felt like that was going to affect him as far as development and also in life. And I didn't want that to happen to him. And that was the reason for that, for keeping those letters.
Really tell me like it is. I always appreciated that about him. When I wasn't playing at my best, his voice came into my head. Hey man, you gotta tighten up. You ain't getting it done. His motivation carried me through my whole professional career.
The thing at Jim Hill was, be aggressive, work hard, take care of your body, that situation, and then, go to class, do those things, and then have a good attitude. Plus we worked on fundamental. Now, fundamental was key.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time on fundamental. We spent a lot of time on conditioning. I would always tell those kids, when you leave here and you go somewhere else, it's gonna be easy.
And that was true.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That was
easy.
so true.
And I try to put them in a position where they would know what to do when they got there. And hard work wouldn't send them away. He wanted to be a player.
I became the best player on the team, best player in the city, one of the best players in the state of Mississippi. And when I left high school, I had over 100 offers from universities from around the United States. I chose Jackson State because it was my freshman year and it would have been my brother's last year. I wanted to play with my brother. My big brother was the guy who I always followed. Wanted to, play just like him. He was my idol.
What I tried to do was give him something that I never had. I never had a mentor. I never had nobody to say, come on, man, let's go here and do this and work on this, work on this.
And he didn't hold nothing back from teaching me the game.
But I always pushed him to take care of it so he would be better off at it than I was.
I cherished all those moments learning from him. More than anything.
Just put the ball in his hand.
And shortly after I signed my contract with the university, my brother signed a contract to go to the NBA, so I didn't get a chance to play with him. The idea for me get to the NBA came after my freshman year of college, university.
When I got drafted by the Spurs, I was there one summer, and I was thinking about it. I said, let me get him down here so he could play with real pros. And he came down one summer, he hooped with Iceman and Larry Keenan and Wiley Peckerholt, you know, just NBA players.
They made me a better player. I knew if I specialized in rebounding and defending, I knew I was gonna make it to the NBA. There wasn't no stopping me after that. I mean, when I went back to university, and I put everything into trying to make that happen. Well, I was averaging, my senior year of university, I was averaging 17 rebounds a game. I'm at the Athletic Assembly Center where we won our first championship. My team that year was the first team to win a regular season championship here. And I got the evidence to prove it. This is my championship ring from 1982. And we had really great teammates that year. It was a great, great team, and we had good success. So I'm really, really happy to be back. Desde septiembre de 2002, formó parte del Hall of Fame de Jackson State. Tras la temporada universitaria, llegaron los torneos de verano de la NBA a los que acudí. Era mi último año en Jackson State, pero había un problema. I was playing on one leg, probably from December until the end of that season. I didn't tell my coaches how bad I was hurting because it was my shot. It was my shot at the NBA. I'm like, I'm going. I don't care, I'm going. This is my chance. Combine camp in Chicago. This was the last postseason tournament before the NBA draft. I'm playing, man. I'm playing. I'm hurting. I'm damn near crying a lot of times because it's hurting so bad. I remember Don Nelson. He was coaching Milwaukee Bucks. So he took me out of the practices and told me, he said, we're thinking about taking you in the draft, but we want to find out what's going on with his leg. It was later determined that I had a stress fracture. I thought, hey, this leg is gonna keep me from making my dream come true. After that, the draft comes. You get to the draft day, and that's when the nerves really started to get the best of me. I thought Milwaukee, because of what Don Nelson said, they had the last pick in the draft in the first round.
Have your attention, please. Milwaukee picks 6'5", 190-pound guard from Tulsa, Paul Pressey.
They didn't take me in the first round, they took Paul Pressey. After that, I knew I was done. I wasn't gonna make it. Didn't do enough, I didn't make it. Nobody's gonna take me. Ran out of the house and I said, no. Cursing my leg and cursing everybody and man, I like just seeing the whole thing just go away. Then I went up to the park So I'm there by myself, man, just crying. I'm talking about crying like a 6-year-old. And then eventually, I hear my family and my friends come running up the street to where I was.
Golden State selection.
I heard,
Portland selection.
you got drafted. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't get drafted.
6'9" forward from Jackson State, Audie Norris.
Oh, you got drafted. Portland took you in the second round, 37th pick. Like, don't bullshit me.
I was proud. I was happy for him because I knew it's something that he wanted.
Man, I made it. I made it. I'm there. Whenever you want me to come to camp, I'm there. Hey! How you guys doing? Ooh, look how big you are. Huh? This for you? This for you?
Hey.
Huh? Hey.
What's up, man?
Santi. Santi.
What's
Yeah.
up, bro?
It's for you. My man, Santi.
What's up,
Hey,
big
girl.
fella?
So good.
Nico's.
Yeah.
Good to see you, son.
You too, man.
Huh?
You too.
Finally got to Tulsa.
Yeah, man.
See my grandkids.
Yeah.
Beautiful family, man.
Yeah, thank you.
My man.
Appreciate it, man. Takes a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work, man.
Been what since we seen each other? man?
2015.
What a difference the time makes,
Yeah,
huh?
for sure.
You look good.
You too. I didn't know you could grow hair.
That's right. When you saw me, I was bald.
Well, no, you was bald my whole life. Yeah, man. I want to show you all this stuff I've been saving. Saved these pretty much everything that I could grab from the house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Look at all these.
No, this is my second contract with Barcelona. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Por primera vez salí de Jackson. Iba a descubrir un mundo nuevo. So it was a culture shock for me because coming from Jackson, Mississippi, see a black guy with a white woman and nothing happened. You still, even when you had blacks and white living in the same neighborhood, it wasn't, segregated like it was in Jackson. I didn't feel any racism there in Portland.
First time I saw this big guy, and he's lumbering, and he's big. But when I saw him on the floor, he was mobile. He could put it on the floor. He was quick. He had handle.
But he had all the basketball skills. He had a good scoring touch. He had good hands. He can catch everything. He was strong. He could rebound.
He was a good defender, very solid big guy. But he could shoot the little mid-range jumper 10, 15 feet away from the basket. That was uncommon for most big guys back then. So he had a good skill set for a big man. So Audie was a little bit ahead of his time.
He was going to give us more size and strength inside.
He's very competitive. He liked to win.
Audie just needed playing time. He didn't really need to prove much.
Tuve buenos momentos en la NBA. El más recordado es un partido de playoff ante Dallas. Era mi tercera y última temporada en Portland.
Anytime Audie was open, I know he's a good player, so I'm going to get him the ball because he can make shots.
Clyde got the ball and he's penetrating, so they want to stop Clyde. They think Clyde's going to make a game-winning shot. I was ready for it, man. It was my moment.
So whenever he was open, I'd give it to him because he knew what to do with it once he got it.
That game-winning shot was my moment.
Hard struggle. They all come out at center court. And the guy that they're rubbing on their head, Audie Norris.
This is a story of famous dog. For the dog that chases its tail will be busy as a clapping dogs. Dogs of the world unite, dancing dogs. Funky dogs, nasty dogs.
You kind of made me famous with the name Atomic Dog,
Yes.
man. Thanks to you, you gave me the nickname. You remember how that came about?
Yeah, I heard the George Clinton song. The Atomic Dog was a big hit song back in those days, in the early 80s. And I said, that reminds me of Audie Norris. The Atomic Dog, big, powerful, strong, someone who's can dominate. And that reminded me of you, the Atomic Dog, the beat, the rhythm, the meaning of the song. So I said, that just
great.
sounded like you. So I started calling you the Atomic Dog, and it stuck. So the way Audie played, I said, he reminded me of the Atomic Dog, just a big, strong dog, just taking whatever he wants. To this day, you can Google it and hear it, and when I hear it, it still reminds me of Audie. So that was me who gave him that nickname.
Now, my last year in Portland was
85, 86?
Yeah, it was trying years for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you deserve to play more than they were.
I thought I did.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I was still kind of in the doghouse with Jack a little bit. I don't know why, but anyway.
This was my third year in the league. I wasn't playing that much in the season because my minutes had gone down.
You guys helped me through it, though. You was like, man, look. You guys really helped me through it. It was like, hey, when you call your name, just be ready to play.
Yep.
And that right there just changed my whole mindset. And I just say, hey, when he called my name and put me on the court, I don't care if it's for 1 minute, 2 minutes, they're going to know I'm on the court. I was hitting everybody.
But,
Did I want to have the success that I envisioned having in the NBA? Of course. It was frustrating not being able to continue years after years to play in the NBA. But I knew physically it was too demanding. When you overwork the knee and the college is grinding down, and then there's no more college left. You just got bone on bone, and that's how I started playing with bone on bone. It hurts like hell. Hurts like hell. Limits you from being who you can really be.
Oh, with healthy knees, he could have maybe been an all-star.
He could have been an NBA all-star. He was on that track.
But when I left, all I wanted to do was play. Wasn't so much as the NBA. I just missed feeling me and my presence on the floor. When I went to Italy with Benetton, I knew nothing about the Italian basketball league, who Benetton was, what Benetton was. I had no idea, none at all. I just wanted to play. I just wanted to play and get my name back, get my feeling back, get my game back. Being Audie Norris, that's what I missed. 5 points, 4 rebounds in Portland, to 20 points and 12 rebounds en Treviso. Después de mi primera temporada en Treviso, viajo a Madrid y Barcelona para negociar mi posible fichaje.
Establecimos la posibilidad de tener 2 visitas, una con el Real Madrid y otra con el Fútbol Club Barcelona.
It was fantastic for me. When I got there and I watched them practice, I saw how big the team was with Romay and Antonio and Fernando and Llorente, Brillacol.
Al día siguiente de la visita del Real Madrid, vamos a Barcelona. Dentro de lo que era un entorno económico alto para la época, las ofertas eran más o menos parejas. El Barcelona había hecho la oferta aprobada por el presidente Núñez y Audie consulta con su familia y decide quedarse en el Fútbol Club Barcelona. Por lo tanto, cuando el Real Madrid me comunica la oferta, yo ya le tengo que decir que lamentablemente no se puede aceptar porque ya hay un compromiso verbal en ese momento con el Fútbol Club Barcelona. La clave auténtica de por qué Audie no acabó jugando en el Real Madrid es porque a la hora de hacer una aprobación de la oferta, El que tenía la última palabra era Ramón Mendoza, el presidente, y en ese momento no le pudieron localizar. Se encontraba fuera de España, creo recordar que en Bahamas.
I came to Barcelona to stay, to sign the contract and stay, and that's what happened.
La familia tuvo un feeling casi instantáneo de que Barcelona era su lugar en el mundo en esa época.
Yeah, when I first got to Barcelona, man, I remember having both my knees, arthroscopic surgery on both my knees.
En aquel momento él tenía un problema de desgaste de meniscos y un problema de desgaste de cartílago. Tiene unas rodillas muy desgastadas. Siempre le hacían una artroscopia para limpiárselas, para quitar todas las adherencias. Dejaban la rodilla nueva y ya tenía rodillas en buenas condiciones para la temporada siguiente.
I just knew I had to rehab and get back, and I had a contract, and I had to get back to playing as quick as possible.
Demà, la plantilla barcelonista es desplaçarà a la localitat d'Alp, on tindrà lloc l'estage de pretemporada que durarà 12 dies.
My training's always been in the gym. I never had to run a fucking mountain to get in shape.
Decía Tony, es que yo no lo entiendo.
I'm going like I'm going up the mountain, but I find me a place where I can hide and stay. But when they come back down the mountain, I join them. I put water on me like I've been running with them.
Rodillas y espalda era su caballo de batalla y Audie sufrió.
I don't run the mountain, man, because I'm already feeling injured.
Your granddaddy box, you know, this your granddaddy.
That's my granddaddy box. Man, you got the originals?
Yeah, man, look.
Man, the originals, Banca Catalana. Oh, these were signed, though.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even read the names of
Yes.
this. But I can tell this jersey ain't never been washed either.
Yeah.
It still got the sweat on it when I played in it.
Yeah. I catch myself coming up there every blue moon just looking at this stuff. You know, it's been almost a decade since I seen you, so, you know.
You're right. What else you got in here, man?
Look, I got some more. I got another jersey, same.
So this is where all my jerseys went. You got them.
that is actually true. I got one more surprise I need to show you.
Oh, that's my original jersey.
Speaking of originals.
Wow.
I've been holding on to this for the longest. And
Wow.
It's yours.
No, it's yours. You're going to keep this one. I'm going to let you keep this one.
I was going to give it back to you.
No. Wow, that is crazy. Debuté en noviembre del 87 en ACB, 4 meses después de fichar por el Barça. Nobody in Spain knew how I played. My game was very deceptive. I looked slow, but I was very explosive. And that was a part of the game that nobody expected. I had a baby face, but I was an asshole on the court. En diciembre me enfrenté por primera vez al Real Madrid. Fue en la final de Copa. Having Nacho and Epi and these guys tell me the rivalry, the derby between Madrid and Barcelona.
Él era consciente de la importancia que tenía este título. Era una jugada para Chicho y yo creo que toda la defensa del Madrid lo tenía claro.
Nacho se quedaba solo por una ayuda que hizo Llorente y ahí le da el balón decisivo donde Nacho estaba súper acertado.
La imagen de un Audie celebrando como si fuera uno más, es como si lleva 7 años en el equipo y en el club.
So that's how much I feel this escudo de Barça. I mean, I'm a culé, siempre.
You know, Michael, we had a great time with Audie, but when he left Portland, he became an international superstar in Spain.
See, when I first got to Barcelona, so we won three league championships in a row.
What?
Yeah.
3 championships?
3 championships in a row, man.
Legendary.
El Barcelona en esa época dominaba el escenario, más que el Madrid, a pesar de que los zarpazos del Madrid eran fuertes, como es normal.
Somos conscientes de que su aportación fue clave.
Nosotros todos los fichajes que se intentaban hacer eran para crecer y Audi nos hizo crecer.
You still got those championship rings, I hope?
They didn't give rings. They gave big bonuses, though.
The bonuses, no rings. Wow. Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, that's something you remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can buy your own ring.
No question. They don't do rings in Europe, though.
They don't do rings?
No, they don't do rings.
Wow.
Yeah, we always had bonuses.
En España sí pasamos a dominar, con dificultades, lógicamente, pero la mayoría de las veces jugando la final con el Madrid.
De esos partidos contra el Real Madrid, emergió un duelo.
I heard you had some great battles with Fernando Martin. He was telling me about that. That's some good, yeah, y'all legends out there.
Fernando
Legend
Martin.
out there.
Oh, yeah.
You remember him?
I remember him.
He played with Portland. He came
played
to
with
Portland
Portland.
when you left.
Yeah.
He was the first Spanish player
In the NBA? Really?
in the NBA.
Wow.
Strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good dude.
Yeah.
You couldn't talk about Spanish basketball without talking about Fernando Martin, Audie Norris. We were like, I always described it like he played for Real Madrid and I played for Barcelona, and it was like the Lakers Celtics.
Wow.
Battles in Spain. And Fernando and I, man, I'm still sore from those battles. We kind of changed the face of basketball in Spain with our battles because they were epic. I mean,
Primera trifulca entre las dos bestias de cada equipo. La verdad es que son como dos portaaviones.
because we trying to kill each other on the floor. Well, we playing super physical with one another. And always a mutual respect between us. You know, I didn't hate Fernando, although it looked like it on the court. He had we call it semi-gancho. He had a little, what do you call it, baby hook?
Yeah.
Baby hook shot that was unstoppable.
Yeah.
But Clyde, I'm talking about body contact and physical.
Yeah.
Referees let us play. They let us play like men. They let us play like men. I loved it. I loved the challenge. Loved playing against him. There was no easy night.
Fernando Martín ahora en ataque. Se cae Audie Norris. Le dice algo Fernando Martín. Y se lo habrá dicho en inglés.
He was the man in Madrid, and when he came to Portland, I thought it was kind of like the wrong time for him.
Well, it was not a good situation.
Didn't he die?
He did. He died in a car accident in Madrid.
A primeras horas de esta tarde ha fallecido en accidente de tráfico en la M30 de Madrid el jugador de baloncesto Fernando Martín.
One of the saddest days that I've had as an athlete when Fernando died, man, and it hurt. It hurt.
Creímos que lo lógico era ir a Madrid a su funeral, sí, sí.
Recuerdo que para nosotros ya solamente ir allí era un funeral. O sea, estábamos todos muy tristes, absolutamente callados, no hablamos prácticamente nada. Llegamos allí, la vuelta lo mismo.
I wanted to be there regardless. I wanted to be there. I felt it. And I mean, truly devastating. Dominábamos en España, pero en Europa nos cruzamos con la yugoplástica. Perdimos en Múnich en semifinales en el 89 y en la final de Zaragoza en el 90. París ofreció una nueva oportunidad. I thought Paris was the best opportunity for us to win the Euro Cup at the time, especially if I would have been healthy. We game against Maccabi. You know, I take a hit. It hurt like hell, my shoulder. I mean, I could barely lift it at the time, and every time I did, it was painful.
Y nos encontramos que tenemos que jugar la finalísima con Audi en unas condiciones nada buenas.
¿Cómo es posible que este jugador esté jugando este partido? No debería de estar jugando, pero bueno.
I wanted to be there for my teammates. well, injured or whatever, to give you guys everything I got.
Es un Audi de una gran profesionalidad.
O sea, otro jugador no lo hubiera hecho.
And I was suffering big time, trying to help us win. Suffered more after the game when we didn't win. Like I said, just seeing my teammates' faces after the game. It hurt me more than my arm because I couldn't deliver for them. I kind of felt like it was my fault that we didn't. Really wanted to win that Euro Cup for us, for the city, for my teammates. It didn't happen.
Fue una final perdida que lo único que hizo fue acrecentar el mito de Audie Norris.
I always thought it was my fault. It was my fault because I was hurt again. I had arthroscopic surgery every season that I was with Barcelona. Damn, another arthroscopic surgery. Damn, another arthroscopic surgery. Take me 2-3 months out of basketball. Then I got to start all over again. That was frustrating. I was lucky. I was lucky as hell that Barcelona never cut me during that time.
El club apostaba por él porque sabía que cuando estaba en campo era absolutamente decisivo, ¿no? Valían más pues, esos meses que él jugaba que los que no jugaba.
Every time I came back from those surgeries, man, it was in me just to give that back 110% in appreciation for them, keeping me around. These are the only things that slowed me down was my knees. And that was the biggest disappointment for me personally. And I could see the team, going into restructuring. When Nacho left is when I started thinking about them doing the same to me.
Su nivel de juego pues era un poco inferior, sobre todo por causas físicas, ¿no?
Y la lástima es que sabes que todo tiene que continuar, pero en ese momento fue duro, fue duro.
No importaba. O sea, el mito ya estaba consolidado.
En mis 6 años en Barcelona, gané 3 ligas, 2 Copas de Rey, una Supercopa de España y fui subcampeón de Europa en 2 ocasiones. I didn't decide to retire. When I left Barcelona, I had a 2-year contract with Petty. After the season, I had another arthroscopic surgery. Surgery went well, but 3 weeks after the surgery, I developed a staph infection in my knee. Playing, so I'm 4th of July, playing with my kids, running around, and all of a sudden I just fall down. My knee was like a sandia, a watermelon, just blew up. We had to go into surgery right away. He has a staph infection, and a month and a half later, I'm still in the hospital with the infection. I've had 7 more arthroscopic surgery just to try to clean the knee out and get the infection out of my system. That's why I retired. But at that time, I was 35. I mean, I was really still in my prime for playing. So I wasn't thinking about retirement. That was the hardest, that was probably one of the hardest things that I had to decide to do. For months, I would be waking up just out of the night, looking for my gym bag, ready to go to practice, and there's no more practice. You just automatically, your body is programmed to that type of lifestyle. It's not programmed to just not do nothing. While I'm laid up, not being able to play anymore, I'm trying to think about what am I gonna do, what I wanna do. So I started a home healthcare business. I'm living in Kansas City. I got my business in Jackson. I started another business in Houston, the clothing store, Italian clothes for big guys like myself. Both these businesses were really good businesses. The problem was I'm living here, I'm working here, and I'm working here. In other words, the businesses were good, the management part of it was not, and that was my fault.
Perdimos bastante la pista y no tuvimos durante tiempo, no tuvimos noticias de él, ¿no?
Y ya se acaba y desaparece. ¿Desaparece?
Para nosotros desaparecido, sí.
Y no había un contacto.
Quizás seguramente el que tuvo más contacto ahí justo en ese periodo sería Santi Abad.
Santi Abad is the only one that probably knew of my situation because he would come to the States and see me often.
En Jackson me encuentro una persona más asumiendo fríamente no voy a decir la pobreza, pero sí un poco la situación más terrenal. Tenía que buscar trabajo, tenía que encontrar un sitio en la vida, trabajando para una parroquia, trabajando para entrenar a unos chicos. Sí que es verdad que estas personas, tanto como compañeros como periodistas, preguntaban mucho por él. Yo le restaba importancia a la situación. No creo que fuese necesario en el mundo del baloncesto que supiesen que estaba. De hecho, nunca nadie supo realmente las circunstancias donde él los últimos años se había desarrollado. Vivía el día a día con lo que tenía, como podía. He visto a Audie muchas veces llorar. Era difícil verlo porque era tan fuerte. Después del llanto venía otra vez la sonrisa. Pero sí que había mucho dolor, mucho sufrimiento. Se acercó mucho a la religión. Se acercó mucho más a la fe para salir del agujero.
It did not leave me where I'm living on the street. It was an expensive lesson, very expensive lesson, sure. Yeah, it was almost like $500,000 that I lost in my investments. Because it was my mistake, it was my responsibility. Tough times, man. Tough times.
En las circunstancias más difíciles, que eran esas y que nadie sabía nada de él, pues bueno, me tenía a mí porque básicamente habíamos sido amigos desde la época que nos conocimos.
Santi is like a brother to me. This is Santi Abad.
Santi's my godfather.
Yeah, he's like your godfather. Yeah, that's your man.
I remember that growing up. Like I remember when Santi came to Missouri. Dro, I was like, man, Dro, if I have a kid, bro, if I have a boy, I'm gonna name him Santi. I just love that name.
Yeah.
And then, God blessed us with a baby boy. We got baby Santi, and there go big Santi.
So we're gonna definitely take a photo with Santi, baby Santi, and send it to Santi.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Santi.
Yo creo que tuve claro lo que podía hacer con su vida y como amigo le convencí de que se sacase el título de entrenador. Y después de que viniese a Barcelona en las condiciones que viniese y que luchase por un sitio dentro del club.
After the divorce, I decided to move back here alone. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I live in Barcelona. basketball brought me here. It gave me the opportunity to grow.
Y ya cuando Laporta gana las elecciones al cabo de unos años, entonces entra dentro de la dinámica del Barça, que es lo que a él le gusta.
The day after he won, you know, he called and said, "Hey, you're in." That call meant more to me than anything since I retired, because I've always wanted to come back here and be with the club, be with Barça.
El club ha tenido un gran detalle con él, en hacerlo embajador.
Después de años difíciles, pues poder volver al sitio donde se siente querido y donde se siente valorado.
Nunca se va a cansar de firmar autógrafos. Amaba muchísimo encontrarse querido otra vez y amado. Era la persona perfecta para ser un nombre, una entidad.
Barcelona is his life. That's his life.
El impacto de Audi en el Barça es tan grande que le permitió llegar 25 años más tarde y hacerse un hueco en el club. Claro que le tendrían que retirar la camiseta, evidentemente.
Tiene hueco, claro.
Audie podría tenerla perfectamente retirada, pero ya te digo, es que...
No cumple una serie de requisitos. ¿Qué? ¿Y qué?
Tendría que estar ahí.
It's an expression of the work that you've put into an organization for them to consider you worthy enough to have your number, your name on that jersey retired. I got some gifts for you guys, Michael, and this is thanks to you that this all came about.
Thank you, Audie.
Wow, I want some royalties. Jeez.
That was for you, Clyde.
Thank you, sir.
That's the Atomic Dog story, man.
Right.
And
it's in English.
I got
Very
the
nice.
English, Spanish, and Catalan version.
Yeah.
So it's depicting my journey, my life. That's the story of Fernando and I over there.
Yeah, that's great.
From
How cool is this?
Mississippi to...
We don't have a comic book.
We ain't made it
So
yet.
y'all know that when I broke the backboard in college, that's that image right there.
Wow.
That's what got you in the league.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Long time.
It's been a long time since we together. So no, I don't regret anything that I've done. Could I have done some things better? Sure, I could have done a lot of things better. But I like the way where my life is now. Even with having less money than I had when I was a player, and do more things now than I did when I had all that. I'm not missing out on anything.
I was so waiting for this. I was so ready for this.
This is crazy.
That's
you. That's you.
No.
That's you.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's you right there. I still had that coochie. I think your sister got it. Ah, boy, you holding on to some gems for real. Wow.
Yeah. See, I knew it was a reason why I kept and held on to all of this stuff, and it's all full circle now.
I never thought that after I divorced from my first marriage, that I would encounter a woman that brings a lot to my life.
Creo que Dolores en su vida significa muchísimo.
Dolores es estabilidad, ¿no?
Para mí, lo vital fue su encuentro con Dolores. Y le proporcionó ya, poder rehacer absolutamente su vida.
She's my rock. Dolores for me it's everything. Audie Norris is happy. Happy. Here's something that you didn't know. The Lakers had me on their roster after my first year in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Magic came over to Barcelona. He trained with us. Him and Josh Rosenfeld was the GM at the time. So they was in Barcelona. Magic practiced with us, and he was like, "Man, why you didn't show up for camp?" I'm like, "What do you mean? We wanted you on the team."
Well, why didn't he tell you?
My agent.
Never told you?
Never told me.
Why? Because he wanted you to stay in Spain?
Wanted me to stay in Spain.
Is that crazy?
Because I was bringing him, I'm gonna tell you who it was. Yeah, he never told me. He never told me.
That's crazy.
For that.
Yeah. Would you have left Barcelona to go to the Lakers?
Man, Lakers my team forever.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would have definitely left. This is when they were Showtime, for real.
So you would have won some rings with those guys.
Man, what are you talking about? I always wanted to play with the Lakers.
He's known as Klay Thompson's dad now.
Oh, this Klay Thompson dad.
So it is. Yeah. That's fine. It's his time now. I had that time.
That's your time.
Yeah.
He'll never be the #1 pick.
That's true, but he got twice as many rings as me.
You got 2, right?
2.
You got 4?
He's got 4.
That is incredible. He's had a great career.
He has.